Alright, excellent, cool. Hey, welcome to the video. Thanks for checking out this video. We're going to go on a really amazing ride today. I'll talk about it more as I get going here. But I want to welcome you to this video. Thanks for coming along on this ride with me. Here's the bike. Put the bag on today. It's a Kriega US 10, I believe. Put the bag on today. There's just a clear visor in there and some cold weather gear, rain gear, stuff like that.
You get a free cart ride.
Sorry, I have earplugs in.
You get a free cart ride.
Oh, really? That's cool. Excellent. Excellent. Enjoy. Have a good one. That's hilarious. That's really funny. I was just talking to that guy briefly, and he was talking about where to see the gorge, or what trail to see the gorge, and I was kind of pointing him in the right direction. And he was like, "Is there a cart ride? Can you like take a cart instead of walking?" And I said, "I'm not sure, but you could ask inside." So we went inside and asked, and apparently you do. That's really funny. There is a cart available that they could take you. That's really great. But hey, so it's probably somewhat unclear where I am, but it's probably clear based on the title of the video, I'm guessing. But I am in Canada, specifically near St. Martin's, or not really near St. Martin's, but I'm in New Brunswick. And if you look on a map, you go to St. Martin's, you go kind of northeast, there is the Fundy Trail Parkway. That's what I'm on right now. And I'm actually going towards the southwest, towards my campground. I actually already ridden this road just earlier today. I just did a little bit of a hike. I did a small hike just now, and I was checking out that gorge that the gentleman was trying to find, he was trying to find it. So I did that trail just now. It was really lovely, and the view was spectacular. I'll post a picture up here in the video, and you can see a couple pictures maybe. But they call it like the Grand Canyon of Canada, or the Grand Canyon of New Brunswick, or something like that. And it's valid. It's quite a gorge. You walk up on the observation deck. You walk up to the edge, and you get this kind of vertigo feeling. Not vertigo, like it's like a mile. That kind of sensation. I guess. Yeah, really wonderful. But yeah, this is the Fundy Trail Parkway. It is a gorgeous scenic ride that probably has, it goes up and down this mountain, and I was hoping that, because I was riding up, and I was riding from St. Martin, and it was all foggy like this, and I thought maybe if I waited to shoot a video until in the later afternoon, then it would clear up and there'd be more sun, but clearly that hasn't happened, unfortunately. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but you know what? Hey, we can't control the weather, but it's a beautiful day regardless, even though it's a bit overcast and foggy. Hopefully we'll be able to get some good views, because there's a lot of lookouts along this trail, and I did visit a few lookouts, not every single one, but there's like 20 lookouts on this road. This road is, I think, 30 kilometers, which I think is like, 22 miles or something? I don't know the conversion off the top of my head, but that's where I'm at right now. I'm in Canada, and it's been freaking amazing. I've been really loving it. I've been traveling at a really good pace, like not too fast, not too slow, just perfect. And it's been a goddamn blast. I've been having the time of my life. It's so peaceful, it's so beautiful here. I love this type of weather and this type of scenery, especially in the summertime. I mean, everywhere in the States they're having what seems to be a heat wave, but it's just regular summer temperatures. But here it's been like maybe a high of 75 and a low of 60 or so, something like that. It's been so nice. But yeah, as most of you know, I have been traveling in the van. I have the motorcycle in the back of my van on a hitch carrier, And I've been coming up from technically Virginia, but I stayed in Vermont for a long time, for like a month. I was in Vermont hanging out with friends. That's where I shot 3 videos and posted 3 videos. Those are the previous 3 videos. So that was really stunning. Loved Vermont, really wonderful, good times. Then I went into New Hampshire a little bit. I visited the USS Albacore in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. That was stunning. That was a bucket list item for me. I've been super into submarines for a long time. I got really into submarines for a little bit, and that was probably that was a couple of years ago. I was like really into submarines, and actually I want to read some books about submarine adventures, Navy submarine adventures. But anywho, that was a great bucket list item. Visiting that, highly recommend that. I also need to see the USS Nautilus, and I haven't seen that yet, so that'll be next on my list at some point when I get back into the States. But yeah, I went through New Hampshire, went through Maine, gorgeous, loved Maine and everything, through Portland, and then I am now in New Brunswick. And I've been kind of along the Fundy coast, which is home to the greatest changes in tide in the world, or the largest change in tide in the world. And it's funny because you don't really notice it if you see the coast at one time, but if you visit the same coast or the same area multiple times, you'll notice that the ocean state or the level has risen or decreased significantly, to the point where there's stuff like I was in what's it called, St. Andrews, I think it's called, New Brunswick, closer to the Maine border. Highly recommend that town. But there is a sandbar that goes out. It's in the middle of the ocean technically. Well, it's in kind of a bay or something, but it goes out to Minister's Island. So go look it up on a map. But this road, that sandbar road, is only open during low tide, and during high tide it is fully submerged and you can't see it at all and whatnot. So it's really unique. I actually didn't do it, but maybe in hindsight I should have. Maybe I will when I go back, actually. That's probably what I'll do when I go back. But that was super unique. That's kind of there's a couple unique phenomenons that happens with these high low tide situation. And I was doing a little bit of research about look at the fog, by the way, so foggy, which kind of is a bummer because the views are going to be shite. But anyways, back to the tidal situation. I did a little bit of research, and I wasn't sure why exactly this area has the highest change, and it's due to the geology where the Bay of Fundy. Let's do this overlook. See if we can actually see some stuff. Let's pause on the chat about the tidal phenomenons here. Let's do a little bit of a. I don't know if I'll be able to see anything because it's foggy. Yeah, not really. So we're gonna go past. I did stop at a couple lookouts on my way up, so that was at least I saw some really excellent views. The views here are incredible because the situation here is it's the sea, of course, and then you have like these steep mountain grades or steep mountains, really tall mountains that come out. Maybe not really tall, but they're quite tall. They're probably hundreds and hundreds of feet, maybe over 500 feet in elevation or tall. Let's see if we can see anything on this lookout. Not convinced we'll be able to because all the fog, but gotta try. We're gonna try every lookout, but I'm looking right now and you can't really see. It's all gray, but I'll post a picture or two what some of these lookouts look like when it's not so foggy. And maybe I'll come back later today when it's not so foggy. But anyways, back to the tidal thing. So the Bay of Fundy, it is shaped in such a way. I'll try to post a diagram. It is shaped in like a funnel sort of way, not a funnel, maybe like a ramp. The seafloor is higher, there's an incline in seafloor that goes towards the inside of the bay. Towards the mouth of the bay, I believe it gets wider, which kind of makes sense. Like deeper, I should say, from shallow to deep. And so with this formation, or this geology, and then with the tides changing in general, they coincide with like a resonance that happens. There's a resonance. Let's go see this lookout, actually. Let's see if we can see anything. I might have to disturb these people, and they might freak out because I'm a motorcyclist. Oh, there's a kind of a view here. Let's take a look at this view real quick. A little bit of view. Really nice. Not much of a view, but there's some view there. Alright, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, the tide thing. So there's this resonance that occurs, and then what happens is, sorry, the fog is accumulating on my visor, so my visor's now wet and I can't super duper see. I have to do the old wipe the visor trick. Excuse me. Pardon me. I had a little cough. Okay, I can see mostly. Not all the way. My visor's like fogging, it's wet. I can sort of see. Good thing there's like no traffic and nothing happening out here. There's no pedestrians and stuff like that. It's probably some wildlife, maybe, but... So there's like this resonance, and then with this resonance, it causes, there's like an effect where it accumulates, where the tide comes in and it accumulates with another wave that's coming out or something like that, and the tide the magnitude of the tide is larger because they combine. Something like that. So that's why it's like quite a large change in tide. It's very interesting from high tide to low tide. I think it's like 50 feet or more, or 40 feet, maybe 50 feet's too much, but 40 feet or something like that. And there's these other things that happen, like there's this area in St. John, New Brunswick, where you can, if you stay there for multiple hours, like 6 hours, because that's when the tides, that's the tidal schedule typically. It's like 6 hours, every 6 hours. Like at the high point of the high tide, 6 hours later it'll be the low point of the low tide. So, anywho, if you go to the St. John location called Reversing Falls, there's no waterfall, but what's interesting is if you stay there for a long time, you'll see that the river flows. I think it's the St. John River. The river flows, I don't think we need to stop over there. Just hang on, just trying to figure out if we want to stop anywhere. I think we're good. At one time you'll see the river flowing in one direction, and then like 6 hours later you'll see the river flowing in the other direction. It depends on where the tide is at, what the tide is doing. Oh, this is Long Beach. Let's go left turn. We're gonna go to a beach, go hang out a little bit. Oh, don't want to run into this car, it'd be really awkward. Alright, let's go down to this beach, although we're not going to see it too much. Oh, there's motorcyclists here too, very, very exciting. Yeah, cruisers, but hey, that's cool too. I don't know where we're going. Should we park next to them? It'd be awkward? Probably not, they're Harleys, so probably not. We'll just drive through, just ride through here and see what's going on. Waved at the Harley riders. Okay, let's go park over here somewhere. Let's park right here. Let's park right here, shall we? But we're not gonna go head in. We're gonna park tail in. If that makes sense. Neutral. Turn it off. There we go. That'll work. Here we go. Let's go check out this beach. I'm gonna leave my helmet on. It'd be awkward. People are gonna be like, "What's that guy doing with his helmet on?" But they should see my camera. Should we get ice cream as well? There's an ice cream truck here. I'm curious if we should get ice cream. There's always room for ice cream. But I think I'm good. Let me show you guys this little beach. Hopefully no one starts talking to me because I have my earplugs in. Hello. Alright, we're gonna check out this beach. Look how fucking beautiful it is. Pardon my English, but absolutely fucking beautiful. Can't believe this is my life. You know what I mean? Gorgeous beach. You guys seeing this shit? Absolutely gorgeous. Peaceful, green. Really nice. Alright, we're not going to be a weirdo and walk all the way to the beach with my helmet on. Hello.
Hello.
People here are so nice, by the way. Really nice people. Some riders here. Hello. This is awkward. Alright, that was fun. Look at their flag. That must be the New Brunswick flag, I'm guessing. Well, that was a ton of fun. Really nice beach. I don't know what we were talking about. I think we were talking about the tides. Oh yeah, the phenomenons of the tides. Oh yeah, so the reversing falls we talked about, which is basically the river direction changes based on the tide. Very fascinating. And then there's these other things called tidal bores. I have not seen them, but apparently, do I remember what they were? I'm trying to remember if I knew what they were. Tidal bore. I think it's like not a whirlpool, although the whirlpools happen too. Oh, tidal bore is like it's where the tide changes. Or some sort of thing happens where a wave is formed, like a literal wave that people could surf on, is formed just because the tide is changing so rapidly and the water's moving so rapidly. And I was told there's a rumor that these waves could be like 10 foot tall. Probably not that high, that's kind of crazy, but like some people have seen them and they're described as like really tiny waves, like under a foot high. Or something like that. But I've been told there could be 10-foot waves. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know what to... I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it kind of thing. I shouldn't be speeding. Speed limit's like 40 kilometers per hour here, which is what? Like 25 miles per hour? Which I'm not doing. But it's fine. Anywho, so Tidal the tidal changes of the Bay of Fundy. Very fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. This ride, amazing. Amazing ride. It kind of sucks with this fog. And I'm going to be honest with you, I did shoot some video when I was coming up here, and it had some good views, but I don't know, it was too early in the morning or something. I just couldn't talk, and the video kind of sucked. So I just couldn't really talk, and I was disappointed in how the video turned out, so I'm like, I'm going to just scrap it and start over. So that's what I did. Yeah, there's no view over here, really. So I was like, I'm just going to redo it, and this video's better with me talking and whatnot. Some riders. Nice. He had a Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. Yeah, that's cool. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. There's another lookout. It's way too foggy though, but yeah, let's give it a shot anyways. Those riders were actually like, they had bags and shit. Oh, it's way too foggy right here. I mean, we're in the thick of it right now. We're like literally riding through a cloud. But yeah, those riders, they had bags like they're traveling. I have one bag, tiny bag. And actually someone earlier today, they saw my Washington plate, and they're like, did you ride all the way from Washington to over here? And I'm like, no, I have the camper van. That'd be crazy though. I mean, it wouldn't be too crazy, but it'd be pretty wild. But I was like, no, I have the camper van. It's on my camper van. But they're so nice. There's another local, and they're so nice. And they're suggesting for me to take the trail to the observation deck at the Gorge. I forget what it's called. It's like Glen Gorge or something like that. Something like that. But it was a gorgeous hike. But yeah, super nice. But yeah, I was not riding this from Washington State. That'd be completely, that'd be very uncomfortable for this bike. This bike is not, I mean, this bike is comfortable, but, and I actually purchased a cramp buster. I used to have a cramp buster, if you know what that is. It's a throttle assist. It's just a little paddle that goes on the end of your throttle so that you could palm the throttle as opposed to gripping it like how I'm gripping it, and then you have to twist the throttle to make the motorcycle go vroom vroom. Anyways, there's like a little paddle so you can just use your palm and it relieves the tension in your nerves and stuff like that. So it helps that, because I'm having some tingling sensations in my right hand. I've been probably complaining about that for the last 4 videos. But anyways, this motorcycle is not built for touring. It's built for roads like this, back roads and little twisty roads like this. At some point I'm going to do the Tail of the Dragon, which I think is in Tennessee, Arkansas area. Oh, that's dirt. No, we're not going to do that. It's also, there's just so much fog, there's nothing to see, so. But yeah, I hope you've been enjoying the videos. I know they're really long. And I always tell my friends and family, I'm like, don't watch the whole video, because why would you waste your life on 2 hours of me writing and talking? But like some of my friends and family, they like to put it on like as a secondary screen and have it kind of running in the background while they're doing, like, getting ready for the day or whatever they're doing. I don't know whatever it is. And then, you know, some people they were saying, oh, we should turn here. Oh, shoot. Let's try to turn here, shall we? Without getting murdered. I don't think I've turned here before. Let's check this out. What is this? Must be another lookout. It's, again, too damn foggy to see anything. That's what I get for not committing to the first video. Because the first video was a lot less foggy and you can actually see nice views. Oh yeah, it's just another lookout, but it's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, you can't see anything. I'm about to eat shit here. There we go. What were we talking about before the first video thing, or I don't know. Oh yeah, about my videos being really long. I just like that. That's how I've always kind of been, and I just like that style. I like to document the whole ride. I want to show people what riding is about. I don't want to do like jump cuts, like so many jump cuts and everything. I just want to show people like this is what riding is all about, and this is the experience of riding. It looks like it's kind of clearing up, sort of. So let's take a look at this lookout. Or I mean, not really clearing up, but it's like sort of. The sun's kind of coming out on that. Oh, there's like a house down there you can see. That's kind of cool. It's too foggy though. Let's get back on the road. Oh, I could drive down there. That's a dirt road though. Oh, it doesn't go to anything. So one thing I wanted to talk about a little bit is I met some cool people on my travels. Some people here and there that you kind of just talk to a little bit, like I have a little small conversation. But some people, like at this campground I'm staying at, I met these cool folks, this cool couple, really nice and everything. They're from Alabama actually, and yeah, I just kind of ran into them in the check-in office, and then I ran into them again at the lounge. There's a lounge at the campground. I ran into him there, and then we just got to talking, and then he invited me to a little dinner last night to have some seafood soup, or seafood chowder, with him and his wife at this restaurant. And yeah, it was nice. We got ice cream and stuff. So yeah, sometimes you meet like really cool people on the road, and you stay in touch with them, and then you know it's kind of that's always a fun time, always a good time. And I've noticed like during my van life adventures, let's do this lookout here. Let's check out this lookout. Hang on, let's pause the story really fast. I don't think there's anything here. Well, in terms of the fog being still a thing. But oh, there's kind of a view here. Holy cow. Really nice. There's a little bit of it. You can't really see much. This is quite awkward too. Let's get out of everyone's hair. Get out of everyone's way here. The sun's out too, which is really funny. So maybe will clear up. Maybe what I'll do is I'll turn around again and go right up this way and shoot the video again. Like do this a third time. Look at this. You can't see the grade here, but this is like a 15% grade. This is crazy. I can't wave at you. I can barely wave at you. These probably are the trailer guys at the campground, actually. Anyways, yeah, the grade is 15%, so this is quite extreme. In the van, it'd be horrific. The van is very heavy, and it's a gasoline engine, so it only has engine braking. And during steep grades like this, I cannot control the speed very well. I mean, sort of, but I'd be like flying down these hills. So I'm really glad I'm here on the motorcycle. But yeah, look at this gorgeous valley here with the river and everything. There's a parking lot, so let's go there. Let's turn left and do this little parking lot thing. Oh yeah, back to the little story. So I noticed that in my van adventures, I have periods of socializing, like a lot of socializing, and periods of just being alone and basically antisocial, and not talking to a single human for like a week. Because I'll be boondocking somewhere in like a national forest where there'll be literally zero people, pretty much zero people. And I'll just interact with like people at stores, or if I'm getting groceries or something like that. And which has been really great. It's been a really great mix of socializing because I'm quite introverted. I have a social battery. Kind of depends on who I'm with, but like generally speaking, I'm quite introverted. I have a social battery, and I can't socialize all the time. Like if I socialize for 3 weeks straight, I'm gonna get pretty tired. I think most people probably do. But so I've noticed that about my van adventures. It's been a good mix where I'll be like in a national forest, like I said, not talking to a single human for like a week, and then for 2 weeks straight, I'll be socializing and hanging out with friends every day, or meeting people, or talking to people at campgrounds or something, pretty much every day, and interacting with people. And it's just been such a joyous time. It's a joyous mix, I should say. It's been a lovely thing. Oh, there's someone behind me. Awkward. Let's go take a picture. Let's take a picture here, guys. You know what? We'll go center stand, because that'll be a little bit better for the picture. Look at this gorgeous valley. Try to get a cool picture here. Kind of hard to get the magnitude. Let's do it like this. The fog rolling in. Kind of a weird look, actually. It's a cool shot, actually. Let's get a picture of the other angle here. This other angle. Maybe like right here with the bridge and everything. Nice. Those are great pictures. Okay. Back on the little trail. I have about a half tank of fuel, so that's fine. I don't need to get more fuel later. Excuse me. Okay. Got a bit of a runny nose. Apologies for you guys having to hear that. Me sniffling. But that was cool. That was really neat. Really, really beautiful. I'm so thankful that I'm here, living my best life, manifesting my life. I really will. Hopefully this inspires other people to do the same, because life is not all about making money, doing the 9 to 5 job. I mean, if it's very fulfilling for you and you're really happy with it, great. Keep going. You're doing great. But if you've not been enjoying it and you don't see a future and you're miserable and stuff like that, definitely just make a change. What's the risk? You know what I mean? There could be a larger risk to it. Oh, maybe I should turn left and check out this. No, this is like a restaurant. I don't know. Well, maybe I might as well turn left here. That car's stopping for me anyways, so let's just turn left here for fun. It's like a little restaurant. I don't know if I want to. We're just gonna explore a little bit, you know what I mean? A little bit of exploring. Not really doing much, but exploring. That's what life is all about. This fog, though, means that there's almost nothing to look at, so I'll try to turn in this loose gravel. Loose gravel. Yeah, there's not much there. I know there's a restaurant to the right, but I don't really care. I don't really want to eat right now. I do have a seafood restaurant I'm going to go to. You'll see it in this video. I'm going to probably get a lobster roll. I haven't had, or poutine, because I haven't had a lobster roll in Canada. I've had it in Maine, but it's the same thing. I mean, it's, how different is the lobster? I mean, I guess you could have different mix-ins. You could have a hot or cold. So I guess there's a lot of variation in lobster rolls. Disregard. So maybe I'll get that actually. It'll definitely be it'll not be cheap, but I think I might do it. But anyways, I'm definitely gonna go to the seafood restaurant. You'll see it. It's right on the water. It's gonna be gorgeous. It's right next to these caves. They call them sea caves, and during high tide they're underneath the ocean. They're underneath the water, submerged, and then during low tide you can actually go walk up. And that's funny how there's a moose sculpture there. It probably freaks people out. Maybe just reminds people that moose do exist here in these parts. I haven't seen any moose at all, but which, you know, thank God, I guess. But I kind of want to see them. I just don't want to see them in the road. So maybe I will get to see moose at some point here in Canada. But anywho, yeah, gorgeous restaurant. We're about to go there. It's not too far from here. We gotta go down this mountain at some point. I think we're almost done with this little trail, this trail parkway. Also, if you hear my engine and my voice vibrating, it's because these roads are not smooth. Excuse me, these roads they're kind of washboard, which is kind of funny because it's a paved road. So I don't know what to tell you. Alright, there's a little lookout on the left. Let's go do it. Let's check this out. It says Davidson Lookout. Let's go. Again, there's fog, but let's try to check it out. I could already tell there's like nothing. Like in terms of fog. Won't be able to see anything. Maybe. Nah, we're good. We're already rode past it. There's plenty of other lookouts too. What was I talking about earlier? I don't remember. I guess I was talking about seafood before that, and then I talked about the tides or something. I talked about my videos being too long. By the way, this road has like 20 lookouts, as you can tell. I think more than 20 or something like that. There's quite a lot of lookouts. Maybe we should. Okay, the next lookout, we're just gonna go do it. We're just gonna verify. Because it is kind of clearing up a little bit. Okay, here it is. Here's the next lookout. It'd be funny if the hike was like really long. Alright, let's go check this out. Okay, there's a hike here. It's 10 kilometers. Holy moly. That's badass. That's a badass trail system. You could do hiking or mountain biking. 10 kilometers long. It's a decent hike. This must be the start of it. But look, it's just, when you look down here, oh my god, yeah, when you look down here, it's just endless gray. At some point, that's the water down there, but we're pretty high up. Alright, let's get back on the road. Love all these like wildflowers blooming too. By the way, it's like late summer. Yeah, I'm gonna call it late summer here. Maybe I should have turned there? Oh, I should have turned there maybe. Okay, we're gonna turn around at this little weird thing. We're gonna turn around and go to that parking area. So I kind of made a mistake. Can we turn? Oh yeah, I still have it in me to do a good turn radius. I still have those skills. Those skills just don't die. Okay, here we go. Here's another lookout piece. This one we might actually get off and do a little trail walking, potentially. There's someone in their car. Sorry, I hit the camera there. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm good. Make sure I'm still recording. I am. Yeah, I'm good. The sun is coming up though, that's great. That's what I was hoping. So anyways, I don't know what else to talk about other than I just want to say that Canada's awesome. I really enjoyed my few days here so far. I'm going to stay in Canada for a while actually. I don't think I talked about it. I'll talk about my plans. So the plans are, I've been coming up so I was in Vermont, as y'all know from the videos before. I was in Vermont for like a month. Then I briefly went through New Hampshire. I visited the USS Albacore in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Highly recommend. Really cool submarine. Lots of cool history. Revolutionary submarine. So that's cool and everything. And then let's go look at this lookout. Sorry, we're going to pause this little story. And just safely navigate to this lookout. Looks like it's kind of clear now. Clear enough. Oh, rough road. Let's see, how do we want to park this thing? Let's park it right here. Let's park right here. Leave it in gear, very important. Bag is kind of messing with me. There you go. Let's take a look at this lookout. So you could hike like 2 to 5 kilometers. Do a little hike. But yeah, there's nothing to see. It's just gray. It's just gray and stuff. So yeah, nothing really. Too much fog. All right, back to the story or the plan. New Hampshire, and then I went up through Maine, went through Portland, Maine and everything. That was nice, really lovely. And stayed only like 2 or 3 days in Maine. Went to Acadia National Park, that was great. Bar Harbor, really nice. Really fun times there. And then now I'm in New Brunswick. I was in St. Andrews, New Brunswick, which I talked about earlier in this video. I stayed there overnight, the first night. By the way, going through the Canadian border, really easygoing, you know, standard immigration questions. Wow, this grade is 16%. That's the largest percentage grade I've probably ever ridden or driven on top of in my life. Is that true? I don't know if that's true, but I feel like it is. 16%. Look at this road. It just goes down and down. You can't see it on video really well. Oh, and there's a corner to it too. You have to turn and go downhill. Now, on a motorcycle, it's very easy, but in the van, this would be second gear going all the way down, probably. Well, there's a little lookout over here too. Try this lookout. It's just lookout after lookout. You have to walk this one too. I mean, that's fine. I wonder how terrible the walk is. It's kind of a neat little hike, I guess. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do it. This looks like a parking space. Yeah, this is certainly a parking space. Okay, let's do this little tiny hike. Shall we? I'll just leave it on this side stand. Looks like it's not going to fall. Alright, let's go take a little walk, y'all. This went from a motorcycle vlog to a regular vlog. Sort of, except I have a helmet on, so it's super weird. And I'm talking to myself, so it's just extra weird. But do I care? Not really. I just don't care. Hopefully, I can't really see cars, so. There we go. Alright, how long is this trailer walk? Because I don't want to walk for like a million years. Let's take a look. Where am I? Oh, this is oh, I see. It's part of that one. No, I don't want to. Pretty cool trail, though. This is what the trail looks like. It's pretty wide, actually. If you have a dirt bike. Sorry, a mountain bike. Be really good. No, that's not a lookout. I have my earplugs in, so I can't hear the traffic coming either way. Oh yeah, back to the plan. So, plan. I'm in New Brunswick, checking it out. I'm traveling at a really good pace. I really love the pace I'm going at. Not too fast, not too slow. Slow enough where I could check out pretty much everything that I want. And I could just explore endlessly without being on a time crunch. I think that's the best pace. So that's been New Brunswick. I'll be in New Brunswick for a couple more days, I think 2 days-ish. Look, feces with a bunch of mold on it. That's fun. Anyways, New Brunswick for 2 days more in addition. I should have walked over here to this lookout, because this lookout looks gorgeous. I can't really see much though. Okay. Then I've allocated about a week and a half to do Nova Scotia. Those are falls here? Waterfalls, apparently. Let's go check out these falls. I'm gonna park. I guess I'll park right here. I'm not gonna park right here, I'm just moving. I'm trying to be courteous and park on the very edge here. There we go. Okay, I might take off my helmet. Alright, I'll see you guys later. I'll shoot a picture and you'll see a picture of the falls. Oh, cool. We are recording again. So, the waterfalls were fine. Nothing spectacular, but it was a waterfall. Water was indeed falling from one place to another. Now, I was talking to my friend about the definition of a waterfall, and I think she defined it as 6 inches. It must fall 6 inches. I need to go left. Don't remember. Yeah, this is right. Well, it's sunny out now, which is fantastic. Should opening up my vents. helmet vents here. Okay, those are open, these are open, these are okay. We're good. All right, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about the plan. Okay, New Brunswick, and then Nova Scotia for a week and a half or so. And then I am going to get on a ferry to Newfoundland. Very excited for that. I feel lucky because I was talking to my new friends at the campground, and they were saying that they were unable to get a ticket on the ferry, and that they were looking a lot and whatnot. So I feel quite lucky to have been able to land a ferry ticket. So that's great. So very excited for that. Very happy that worked out. Very thankful for that. And I'll be in Newfoundland for like 2 weeks and a half. And I heard so many great things about Newfoundland. The people are extra nice, like the nicest people on earth almost, damn near. No, it's a little bit, roads are a little bit moist here, so I gotta, and these riders have ape hangers. That's, I'm not sure if that's comfortable or not. I guess so. I'm guessing it might be. Anywho, oh yes, Newfoundland. So yeah, Newfoundland. I heard you could boondock anywhere. You could camp pretty much anywhere. You could set your van on top of. So good time. Yeah, it's gonna be good stuff. Good little sabbatical vacation. As most of y'all know, I worked as a software engineer for 10 years and saved up a bunch of money, and I was like, I'm just gonna go get a van and go travel the world. Well, mainly the United States, not really the world per se. But that's what I did, and it was definitely a scary move. It took a lot of, I did a lot of risk assessment, honestly. Did a lot of risk assessment, decided the risks were quite low, the benefits were quite high, the rewards were quite high. Okay, let's go take a look at this view. There's some fog, but it is sunny, and it's kind of, it seems like it. No, it's too foggy. It's too foggy, unfortunately. You can't really see anything. I don't think that lookout's going to be any different. Yeah, it's too foggy. Fog's rolling in fact. It's funny because it's sunny here, but the fog is thick everywhere else. You can kind of see it that we're literally riding through a cloud. I mean, we're kind of high up, not really high up, but it is the coast. Oh yeah, I was talking about Newfoundland. So after Newfoundland, then after I get back off the ferry into Nova Scotia from Newfoundland, let's decrease my speed because technically the speed limit's like 40, which I'm vastly going over. There's a house there? Damn. Someone lives there? Incredible. Anywho, what was I talking about? Newfoundland. Oh yeah. So when I get back off the ferry into Nova Scotia from Newfoundland, I only have like 7-ish days until I want to get back to Vermont because there's the Tunbridge World Fair in Vermont. It's just a local fair that they do in Tunbridge, very small town in Vermont, central Vermont. Oh, this is kind of a cool lookout. Too much fog though. I'm gonna, you know what? Oh, I'll do this left turn into this lookout. Let's see if we can see anything. I do see the fog. It's just really thick right now though, so I'm not gonna even bother. I'm not convinced you'll be able to see anything. Still very beautiful. I mean, look, the sun's out up here. So yeah, 7 days-ish to get to the World Fair in Vermont. So it's going to be 7 days. So basically I'm going to blast back through Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Maine, New Hampshire until I get back to Vermont. I could also theoretically stay in Canada and go take the like a Canadian highways from through New Brunswick, going kind of northwest and then going west across Ontario, Canada and then going south into Vermont. In fact, I might just do that because it's different. It's going to be cool. There's the pay gate to get into this area. It is paid, unfortunately, but hey, you got to fund it somehow, and they're doing a lot of conservancy efforts and supporting the local area and everything, which is great. It's just like $10 anyway, so not too bad. But yeah, that's the plan. I think you now know my plans. Hopefully you don't come and stalk me and go find me. Although, I wouldn't mind some company sometimes. Like I said, it does get kind of lonely on the road sometimes. Sometimes I want to be alone. And yeah, van life has been really nice for that. Okay, we're technically out of the park now. We're out of this Fundy Trail Parkway area. There's actually a national park, like a Fundy National Park, up the road, like way, like towards the border with Nova Scotia. So that's like probably 100 kilometers out or something like that, roughly, like away from here. So we won't be doing that in this video, but I do plan on going to this one seafood restaurant location up the road here. We'll continue the vlog until I get there, and then I'll shut up the vlog then. Get myself a lobster roll and enjoy the freaking view into the ocean. Hopefully not into the fog, but into the ocean. But yeah, it's been an absolute dream. Definitely recommend this area, the Maritimes region of Canada. Highly recommend it. It's kind of similar-ish to Pacific Northwest to some extent. To the extent of like what it looks like, how it's maritime, like nautical, coastal, and the temperature, how in the summer it's really nice to be here in the summer. Okay, so this is the village of, that sign said Fundy-St. Martin's. So that's where we're at. So now we'll see people's homes and stuff like that. The homes here are pretty much similar to like New England state homes, but more European-ish-esque. A little bit differences here and there, but it's kind of similar style. That building has a roof that is colored like in a weird pattern. That was kind of cool. But yeah, thanks for riding with me. This is a great time. I hope you had fun. I hope you're doing well in the world, wherever you're at. And I will definitely make some more videos. I'll definitely, there's more really good motorcycling roads, scenic roads that I'm going to ride in Canada, in Nova Scotia and Newfoundland as well. And I'll show you what that's like. And it's probably going to be amazing, I'm guessing. I'm going to take a wild guess. What else is happening? What else? I might do van life videos. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten to the groove of van life videos of like showing you how I live, because I don't want to, I don't know, it's kind of too intimate to me because it's my house. It's like I'm showing you the inside of my house and how I live. I'm not prepared to make that step into, because privacy is important to me. I do value that, so I don't I guess that's why I've not been super keen on doing van life videos. But what I want to do, it's a bit sandy there. My rear tire kind of lost traction. What I'd like to do though is shoot some small van life videos, like how I make coffee or how I cook certain foods, because I have a limited kitchen, limited ingredients. So I think some recipes would be kind of fun to showcase, and some recipes I've never made before, some recipes I have. That'd be kind of fun. And then like just general van life things, maybe like a day in the life of or something like that. That type of thing. I think that stuff I could get behind, because I don't have to show you my whole damn life or my whole situation. Just like a snippet and fun little excerpts about van life. And like am I going the right way? I think I'm going the right way. I don't know. I think I'm going. Yeah, I must be going the right way. Yeah, I am. Okay, I remember. Anyways, but yeah, that's what I might do for van life videos. I don't know yet, because when I'm doing van life, like I'm on the road and I'm living my life, you know, I'm keeping busy, I'm going places, exploring places, and sometimes I just want to relax and not have to shoot a video and all kinds of stuff like that. So this is a good groove I'm in right now with like shooting a few videos in terms of motorcycling. When I'm motorcycling and I can shoot videos, I like that. That's a good pace, or that's a good balance, I should say, for me. So I'll stick with that for now. We'll see if I do van life videos. We'll see. If I do, it's going to be on a different channel. It's going to be on my Jeff's Grand Tour channel. Now, previously I named that channel Geoff's Grand Tour, spelled Geoff. And Geoff is my alter ego when I'm drinking and I'm drunk. That's when Geoff comes out, and he's a different dude. Obviously joking a bit. But I like it's a fun little joke that my good friend of mine came up with, and it kind of stuck. And I just tell people that Geoff is here. You're talking to Geoff now. But anyway, so originally I had that YouTube channel as Geoff's Grand Tour, but I decided to change it to Jeff's Grand Tour. It'd be a lot more clear, I think. Although I guess it doesn't super duper matter. By the way, if you're in the areas of like the New England states, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, and around those areas, let me know. We can hang out. Maybe we'll do a little meetup. You just comment below this video and tell me you're interested, and we'll connect somehow. And maybe we'll meet up and do a little ride together. You can show me your. Oh my God, it's so busy over here. I might still do it though. There might be room for me. Here's the restaurant I'm going to go to. But it's busy as hell. But we'll make it work. Park somewhere. I could park right here, in fact. Kind of rocky, but I could park right here. Well, I'm going to try to get a seat at this restaurant. It's so busy right now. Everyone's having lunch. But yeah, hope you like this video. Thanks for checking it out, and we'll see you next time.